Okay, sorry about that. I didn't want to talk to the loading screen because I'm cutting those out during editing if it wasn't obvious. Oh, well, I've got a bit of glare on my screen, so yeah, that kind of just looked like dirt to me from the glare. Awesome. Probably should have noticed that first. Anyways, I was talking about this game that I'm considering doing, and the game is pretty different from anything I've done on my channel so far. Although a lot of you have probably heard of it by now, but the game is called SHOUJO, and it's supposed to be like a dating sim thing, but I guess that it plays more like a novel or something like that. And the reason I'm considering doing it is I don't normally play dating sim games. I don't really have any interest in playing them. I don't have any videos of any of it on my channel, etc., you know. But the premise of the game is what really interests me because there's an actual personal connection there somewhat. And what it is all the characters in the game are disabled in some way or another. Like, one of them may be blind, another one may have, you know, deafness, another one's got burn marks, stuff like that. And now, don't get me wrong, I'm not like into that or something like that. It's not like a fetish or whatever I'm into, but the reason I'm bringing this up is because the main character who you play as, the male protagonist, has a heart problem. And being that he has a heart problem, that's something I personally relate to because I have a heart problem. So, so that alone kind of interests me. It's a different heart problem than what I have. It's a more severe overall heart problem, but it is possibly curable, or at least much more is known about it medically than my extremely unique and bizarre condition. And so I'm going to let this go here a little bit because this is like storyline. By the way, they picked perfect voice actors for these characters. This is just perfect. Now, this is the room where I went out of my fucking mind trying to figure out what the hell to do here because for some reason or another, I could not figure this out at all. And I was just like, what in the hell do you do? But going back to that game, though, yeah, that's basically my reason for wanting to play is that it's like, you know, I mean, what more can I say about it than that? It's like, I mean, that's basically something I really relate to. And apparently it's done very well. It's not just straight up like, you know, porn or hentai or whatever. It's like, it's actually, apparently, from what I've been told, written really well. A lot of people I know who have no interest in playing games like that normally have said, oh, it was a really good play, it was really fun, blah, blah, etc., you know. And so, so that alone makes me want to play it, you know. That really makes me interested in playing it. And so, yeah, I'm kind of just wondering what you guys would think about that. Now, granted, it would be a fairly serious commentary, to say the least. Am I going to make it? Motherfucker. No, I'm not. Because of the fact that I have a heart condition or whatever else, you know, and more than likely, you motherfucker, more than likely it would not be something that would be comedic. I'm going to tell you right now, like, I know a lot of people have probably done commentaries where it's like comedic and stuff like that, but it just would not be that way with me. It would be probably the most serious non-comedic playthrough on my channel to date and probably ever. So a lot of people have said they'd be interested in seeing that. A commentary where I didn't fucking dick around, didn't want to put my foot up the fucking game's ass, even though it's me failing, whatever. Commentary like that. So, you know, I don't know. I'm still kind of on the fence about that for that reason. It wouldn't be really comedic. I would be overly serious, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, we're going to see what the comments in this video are like to see. By the time this video comes out, hell, I may have already put up episodes of it or may have already started playing it. Who knows? But so far, it's been overwhelmingly positive. People wanted me to play it. And so, that is Cave Johnson. Now, when I think of Cave Johnson, I think of a big, burly, white-haired dude.
Those of you helping us test the repulsion gel today, just follow the blue line on the floor. Those of you who volunteered to be injected with praying mantis DNA, I've got some good news and some bad news. Bad news is we're postponing those tests indefinitely. Good news is we've got a much better test for you. Fighting an army of mantis men. Pick up a rifle and follow the yellow line. You'll know when the test starts.
Actually, you know who I think of when I think of Cave Johnson, like visually? I think of a much less scruffier version of Ben from Bone. I mean, I know that's kind of an obscure reference, but that's honestly who I've always thought of whenever I see Cave Johnson. I think of like a less scruffier, younger, better haircut, like, you know, all like prim and proper or whatever version of Ben from Bone, the comic. I actually have that whole fucking anthology, the whole gigantic book, the whole, like, you know, every volume possible thing. It's actually a really, really good comic. You should read it sometime. It's really worth it. Now, granted, I think that book was like $40, but it was worth it. It was one of the best comics I've ever read. Now, what did I do here? I know I have to get over to there. Now, wasn't there a way, don't I like launch myself or something like that? Am I thinking of something else wrong here? I can sort of see something down there. Thought I did something different here. I can't open up any of these. Actually, these all tell you different stuff.
You might have noticed that your blood is pure gasoline. That's normal. We've been shooting you with an invisible laser that's supposed to turn blood into gasoline. So all that means is it's working.
Imagine that shit.
If you need to go to the bathroom after this next series of tests, please let a test associate know. Because in all likelihood, whatever comes out of you is going to be coal. Only temporary, so do not worry. If it persists for a week, though, start worrying and come see us because that's not supposed to happen. Just a heads up, we're going to have a superconductor turned up full blast and pointed at you for the duration of this next test. I'll be honest, we're throwing science at the wall here to see what sticks. No idea what it'll do. Probably nothing. Best case scenario, you might get some superpowers. Worst case, some tumors, which we'll cut out.
Just imagine if people actually did science like that, you know? If people actually fucking did science by, like, doing crazy shit like that. I'd sign up for it. Fuck it, you know? I'd sign up for it. Oh, yeah, isn't this something with the elevator you're supposed to do? Yeah, you get in the elevator and then, okay. Okay, so I don't think you're even supposed to be over here. I think this is actually different, and you're supposed to press this. Wait, how did I do that? I think actually maybe you go down here a level, and not that way. Yeah, you go down here a level, and I think you use the elevator to shoot a portal in. Or you shoot a portal in the elevator. Yeah, there we go. Or whatever, you know what I mean. So you shoot one there, and then where do you shoot the other one at? Oh, right there. There we go. I knew there was some sort of ramp thing you had to use it on. Okay, going down here. See, that's what I love about the design in this game. Is it's like, you know, that's somewhat conveniently put there, but it doesn't really feel like it at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it really feels like you actually had to look for that and actually find it instead of being something like just shoved right in your face. And that's really the amazing, just fucking design in this game, is it's just done really good. Seems like you really just found that through a coincidence, you know what I mean? I don't think there's anything here on the bottom floor, is there? Yeah, here's where the gels start. The blue gel first, and then I believe the orange gel is next, and then the white gel is last. By the way, for those of you that don't know, this was actually, the gel is actually taken from a game that students at Digipin did involving similar gels with different properties and stuff like that. And something interesting too, speaking on that same topic, is that Portal 1 was designed by, the initial idea was created by Digipin students also. And so in both cases, they hired students to do they hired the students that made those respective games. So that's actually pretty cool that they would do that, you know. They wouldn't just like take the idea and be like, LOL, fucking suck it, you know. They actually hired them. That's actually really, really neat.
Science is built on the shoulders of giants. Not here. At Aperture, we do all our science from scratch. No hand-holding.